Hakuna Matata, my friend. Welcome to my channel. There is 5 things that from my experience using the Canon C70 that I want to share with you in this video today. So let's get into that. And before we get to that, before we discuss the 5 things here, I just want to remind you quickly about the giveaway that I'm giving. Yeah, basically this Mavic Air drone when I reach 1,000 subscribers. So 3 simple things that you have to do. First, like this video. Secondly, subscribe to my channel. And thirdly, in the comment box below, just write your name. Say, I enter. That's simple. Right, guys. So I've been using the Canon C70 for a couple of weeks now. Right? And there's 5 things that I have come across it. Let's start with the first one. The first one is the autofocus. Yeah. The autofocus, you have option of face only and face priorities and so on. But the challenge that I face, yeah, because of my, skin, yeah, complexity, is that when my face is not lit enough, the autofocus struggle to stay locked on my face. And so you have to understand that. So when you're setting your scene, yeah, you have to light your scene so much well that the autofocus will be locked on your face all the time. Right? It's really important. Important because we need to get the best. We need the camera to perform to its best, so that you have to provide the necessary situation for your camera to perform to its best. So number 2, and I think basically and so right now, because I'm filming with the Canon C70, I need the Canon C70 right now so that I can show you exactly what is the second point, right? So I'm gonna change the camera. I'm gonna try to use my trusted Sony A7S III for recording so that I can have the Canon C70. Yeah? Just bear with me for a second, right? All right, great. So, guys, here is the Canon C70. And the second point is the video recording format, and especially the XF-AVC, all intro. So what I have realized, yeah, with that, is that when you select the XF-AVC, yeah, and then you select all intro, then the frame rate option that you can record only up to 30 frames per second. Let me show you that. So I'm gonna select the frame rate. So for example, if I go choose slow, yeah. If I choose slow, so I want a slow motion or fast motion, so then you can only go up to 30 frames per second or up to 15 frames per second. So it's really important, to understand that you cannot shoot 120 frames per second with the, XF-AVC all intra. So you have to be mindful of that. So you have only up to 30 frames per second. That's when you are on the Super 35. But if you go to, let's say let's go to Super 16. So if you select Super 16, so then you can go again slow motion, yeah. You can go up to 60 frames per second. Yeah. So if you wanna XFVC intra, then you have to understand that slow motion you can go up to only 60 frames per second on Super 35 is a crop. But if you're on Super 16, sorry, you go up to 60 frames per second. But you're on Super 35, you can go up to 30. So it's really important to understand there's no 120 frames per second in XAVC. Yeah. If you want 120 frames per second, so you need to choose HEVC. Because, last time I wanted, to record, and then I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to choose the XAVC, and then I'm going to select, I'm going to shoot 120 frames per second. And C70 say, no, you can't do that. So I don't know if that's something that, I guess it's related to the SD card. Yeah, because now we have only up to V90, and that's why probably you can go up more than that. I mean, that's the downside of not having a CF Express, card on that. So number three, sorry, also related to video recording format between the XF-AVC and the HEVC. What I because someone say in a comment box below that actually XAVC is, in the term of the quality, XAVC is better than HEVC, all right? And but the issue is that in my video that I spoke about it there, when you choose the XAVC, the file is big, right? And also when you bring it to edit it, if you don't have a decoder, then your computer won't recognize it, and also your editing software won't recognize it. So you need a decoder then. But the difference is that when I realized editing those two, although the XF-AVC file is big, but it's much easier and faster to edit compared to HEVC. Right. So if you think that you're saving in terms of storage, but you're putting but then you put much pressure onto your computer. It will take longer to edit. And also another part of that I related to, the point number 2 that I said about the limitation of the XF-AVC is that you can shoot only up to 30 frames per second on Super 35 and only up to 60 frames per second on Super 16. Is that if you want to shoot 120 frames per second or 180 frames per second, you can only select HEVC. You see, yeah? So my advice is that what I'm be using moving forward is that every time that I'm shooting something up to 30, then I'm just gonna go with the XF-AVC because of the quality that image gonna give me. So really important to understand. And then if I wanna shoot like 120 frames per second, so then I'm just gonna go to HEVC, right? Great. So point number 4, that is related to SD card. Yeah, so what I come to realize is that, where is it? I have, yeah, you can see it's focused, yeah. So that is card V90. And also I have a card. Let me see, what is the second card I have? I hope so. I hope it's focused, yeah. So basically, the Kingston and also, the Lexa. And every time that I'm using the Lexa, after a few seconds, the camera just stopped recording. Although it's V90, yeah, camera just stopped recording, like, you see the example now, right? But with the Kingston, it just record perfectly, no problem. I got two Kingston, one also 100. You may say that, oh, maybe like the difference of the size. This one 256 and this one 180. I have another Kingston as well, 100 and 128. Now I'm recording with that with the Sony A7 III. I have no issue so far with the Kingston, and honestly, the Kingston is even cheaper than this one. For 256, I bought it for basically less than £200. And for 128, I bought it less than £100. So I'm gonna leave the real price. Gonna show that here. So when choosing your SD card, be mindful that which car you buy, because if you go for the cheapest one and you find yourself in the trouble of you're shooting something important and then it just frame just drop and frame just keep dropping, because I think it's kind of the funny things is a fate, both of them 300, both of them 300. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, can you see? Yeah, both of them 300. But still, I don't know, it's kind of buffering and the Alexa buffering and buffering. So be really mindful of that. Okay, the fifth and last point is that the touch screen, yeah. The touch screen, the menu of the touch screen is not. Let me get you that. The menu. I don't know. The menu of the touch screen. I don't know if you can. Can you see that? So the menu is not touch screen. It's not fully touch screen. You have to. As it's really shame. They say touch screen, but it's not really fully touch screen, and only when you do certain thing where it's touch screen. So you have to be mindful of that when you're gonna be thinking that you'll be shooting, or I got the menu, and then you're gonna be moving your finger around. It's not gonna go nowhere. So that's the last thing that I want to share with you. So yeah, that's. I mean, every day I'm using the camera, I'm finding thing here, thing that good, thing that no good, but just for us to know how to use the camera to it best, to it optimum. Yeah. So I'm just gonna keep sharing those things with you. So thank you very much, my friend. Akuna Matata again, and as always, I'm pleased to bring you those videos. Do like this video. Yeah. Thank you. And also, if you have the C70, can you share with us there is any issue that you come across or you face or not? So let us know in the comment box below as well. Yeah. Thank you very much for your support. Always my pleasure. So I'm gonna see you. Oh yeah, one more thing. And I've shot some video footage with the C70 that I'm gonna be putting one of those there. I'm gonna upload it. Yeah, and then if you guys wanna play with that, so I'm gonna upload the link that you can download it too. So yeah, subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed yet, so that you won't miss that opportunity. Thank you very much, my friend. Okay, then Akuna Matata. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Yeah, stay blessed. Stay protected, and God bless you. Bye for now. Bye.